What is up? What is going on, everyone? And welcome to a brand new edition of 27 Outs. I, of course, am Ivan, and as always, alongside Stefan. Wow, we were just here 2 nights ago, folks. Just 2 nights ago, we were here bringing it to you live. And who would have thought that 48 hours later, we would be here yet again? As you guys can tell by the title of tonight's video, we got the Mets. Kind of feel like it's been a while since we spoke about them, right? After talking about them early this offseason. A lot of you guys were here for that. Shout out to some of you guys who were here early. Armand, Massive, Alan, Marsh, however you say it. I know you're the Blue Jays fan, though. Anyway, Stefan, how are you feeling? And then I know I gotta be honest, tonight's show, guys, while I always let you guys know that I'm never against doing a show, right? I sound like a broken record at this point stating that, but it's very true. But I gotta start it off with that because Stefan, he said he has a lot to say. So I'm excited to hear how the show goes tonight overall, but also how he's gonna kick things off. So I mean, Stefan, take it away and do your thing, bro.
I'm good, brother. I'm a little perturbed. All right. We're gonna come out the gate. I'm a little perturbed. I don't understand some things. I didn't know what my attitude would be like, sitting here with you tonight. But I'm a little, I don't understand what's happening right now. And usually I got a good sense of why things tend to happen. So when I don't understand things, I tend to need a little help, and I tend to get upset because so it comes out today from Robert Murray and all the Met beat writers, John Heyman, and everybody associated with the Mets, that there is a $50 million offer for Kyle Tucker reportedly on the table, is the terms that were used. And while I look at that and I say, well, yeah, it's on the table. If a $50 million offer is really on the table, why is he not taking this deal? And then this is where the anger kicks in, right? Because when did we stop telling the truth? This is Kyle Tucker and XL Management and Casey Close using the Mets to get to the Blue Jays to the point that they want to go. The Blue Jays are anywhere between 43 and 45. Kyle Tucker wants to be anywhere between 47 and 50 million. So let's put the Mets out there and say, all right, we got a $50 million deal from the Mets. And this is the part that I don't quite understand. And I'm not questioning anybody. You know what? I am questioning reporters' validity right now. Because to me, that's irresponsible. You know what I mean? That is irresponsible for you to put something out there like that when if there was a deal like that on the table for this brother, why are we sitting here talking about, oh, let's see what Toronto does? Now, Toronto has a deal, right? Toronto has a deal that is longer in length, but like I said, the average annual value isn't where Kyle Tucker and Casey Close and his team wanted to be.
Right.
I'm hearing it's 50 million over 3 years. So it would be 3 years, 150 million. And I would assume, as a matter of fact, I'll go further than assume. I would almost guarantee you that there are multiple opt-outs in this deal. Why are we sitting here? Why do I have to sit here and come on this microphone with you and get out of pocket and have to call people out? This is unnecessary. Y'all people got to do your jobs because here's the problem now. Now we're looking at the Mets like, yo, but what y'all gonna do? The ball is in your court. When in all actuality, it feels like the Mets are being used and nobody's saying that.
Yeah, that's true.
He's using you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I didn't come on here to rant and rave. I'm asking a legitimate question. I'm shutting up right now because I've been talking for 3 minutes.
No, I'm loving it, bro. Go ahead.
Why is nobody pointing out the obvious fact? This brother wants no part of the big market. You think if he wanted the big market, Listen, you think if he wanted the big market like a Los Angeles, like a Mets, you don't think the Yankees get involved with this? You don't think the Red Sox are more prominently involved with this? And I don't care that the Red Sox got outfielders. We could ship y'all somewhere. Why are we playing these games, bro? Help me out, because I'm lost.
So do you think, well, now with you pointing out that you believe, he's using the Mets as leverage, right?
Yes.
Do you believe, like, there's no chance in hell that he accepts the Mets offer because he knows now that these other teams are probably going to counter, such as the Blue Jays and
Right.
anybody else that's involved?
So I think he's using the Mets to get the Dodgers and Blue Jays in a bidding war to see who really comes correct. That's what it feels like. It feels like, yo, let's throw this asinine number out there of $50 million per year. Because can we bring it down to brass tacks, bro? Can we just have a conversation of like a family? Can we bring it down to brass tacks? If a $50 million deal was on the table, I don't care about contract length. There's no way he lets that slide.
With an opt-out too, right? Which is something that you mentioned a couple minutes ago.
Right. And this is Stearns' ball game. Y'all, we'll do the short-term deal with the high AAV. You know what this also tells me too? This also tells me that the market is not there for him. It tells me that the Blue Jays want him, but the Blue Jays want him in the 3-4 year range. The Dodgers want him, but the Dodgers want him in the 3-4 year range. He wants 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah, but if I were Kyle Tucker, right? I'm obviously, if I'm not a Kyle Tucker, but if I had to put myself in his shoes, right? And I want all of you guys to do it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I personally, especially if the 3 to 4 year deal is gonna have opt-outs, because you got to look at it from this perspective, right? And I told you this earlier, Stefan.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Tucker, if he accepts this deal, right, from the Mets specifically, if he accepts the deal, you are now going to be in a lineup with Francisco Lindor and Juan Soto. That's no disrespect to the Cubs. That's no disrespect to the Astros. But being in the same lineup as two of those guys, especially if he's healthy, right, for a majority of the season, it's going to work in his favor, where if he does opt out, I think despite what happens after the 2026 season, I think he'll be able to put himself in a position such as what Bregman just did with the Cubs.
Pete
Alonso did, benefiting off of Juan Soto in the Mets lineup now. There's different ways to see it as well,
I get that, but can I bring you back to another point that everybody seems to be forgetting? We putting Kyle Tucker in left field. You feel comfortable with that? Because I don't. I don't know if he got the range to play left field. Because you ain't moving on Soto. There's a better chance of you putting my wheelchair out there on full tilt and telling me go play right field for the Mets next year. There's no way. So what are we doing? Unless, and I haven't heard this, I'm just throwing this out there, I'm spitballing with you, unless David Stearns told Juan Soto, listen, we'll bring Kyle Tucker in here, the plan is for you to DH as early as next year.
Interesting.
Because Kyle Tucker throughout his entire career has been a right fielder. And I always had questions about whether he can play whether he had range enough to play left field or to play center field. Obviously, center field is a different position, right? It feels like to me like Kyle Tucker's reaching for the biggest deal he could get, but he's using the Mets to get the deal he's looking for. Because ultimately, I think he ends up with the Blue Jays. I think this is just posturing on his part, along with his agent and his crew. I get it. But this is the thing. If you're the Mets, if you're going to go, why not go all the way?
Right.
Don't do the 3-4 year thing. If you're going to go put yourself, give him 5 years. Go for it if you're going to go. Because it feels like right now you're okay with just being used. Because that's what it feels like the Mets are here for, is like, hey, get the price tag up. Say you got a $50 million offer out there to us. Put the pressure on these other teams to get me to the point where it's close enough where even if it's not 50 million, maybe you get me to about 47, 48 over 5-6 years and I'll sign.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But even then, it just
speaking of Kyle Tucker, one thing that I do want to point out, right? And maybe there's, something that matters, when I do state this, but I did read his birthday is this weekend.
Saturday.
And yeah, so today's Tuesday. I don't know if Kyle Tucker's thinking to probably, make a decision as a B-Day gift to himself. So there's a chance that we might be here again before Saturday.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I think him and Cody Bellinger both make decisions by this weekend.
This weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, I could see it because especially with the Kyle Tucker news heating up, even Bellinger, right? But I could see one signing one day and then if not, like literally within the next 24 to 48 hours, the other one gets signed too,
Mm-hmm. And listen, look, get it out the way, get all these players signed. But I love the gamesmanship that is being played between the Dodgers and the Mets right now. Because you want to be us, but we masters of this and we've been doing it way longer than you guys. So let's play the game. Get them up to fit, because the one thing I love to say this, Andrew Friedman has said this in the past before. You don't finish when you're conservative, you finish third in free agency races. Don't be conservative. Go all the way if you're gonna go. So if you get the Dodgers to a level where we can do this, I think they do it. And you want to screw the Blue Jays too, because you just saw them in the series last year. You don't want Toronto walking into a possible World Series matchup with Kyle Tucker, Vladdy, and now that lineup looks incredible.
Crazy.
Now, but if you go the other way, you put Ohtani with Tucker and Freddie and Mookie, and now
that's damn near illegal, literally, man.
We talking about the Avengers right now,
right?
Because if we're sitting here being serious, Kyle Tucker's like your number 6 hitter right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being a little hyperbolic, but you get the point.
Of course, yeah.
That's they're literally building the Avengers baseball out here, and the rest of us are just like, all right.
I mean, they already got the Japanese trio and Ohtani, Yamamoto, Sasaki.
Yeah, bro.
They got something going over there.
And look, if it does happen where Steve Cohen, gets this player, boy, that Met lineup looks a little different next year. You went from losing Pete Alonso is probably not that bad.
I will say this though, and Armand, I hope you're listening, and any other Met fan out there. If you make this move for Kyle Tucker and he agrees, you also, for me, can't stop there. But you got to get one of these starters that is still available because they're still out there. I know they've been linked to Framber Valdez. I don't know if they have been linked to Suarez to a certain extent, but I don't think you could just do Kyle Tucker and not at least get one of those guys. Because Kyle Tucker, and that being it, it's a little disappointing.
Here's the other thing I point out too. They're very left-handed.
Yes.
Lindor, Soto, Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy for a right-handed staff to get you out.
Beatty now too, because now Beatty's an everyday third baseman. What it looks like.
I wonder now if they try to go sign like a Starlin Marte or sign somebody to augment the right-handed side of your line, because you become so left-handed, it's kind of crazy, right? Like, ultimately though, like, it just feels like if you're Steve Cohen, why do you make this public knowledge? Your fan base already hates you. Right? Your fan base is already looking at you like, yo, dog, for real, bro? You gonna give this dude 50 and you let Pete Alonso walk? I'm not saying I agree. I'm not saying what they do is wrong. I'm just saying that's the way the fan base will react. The fan base will say, you ready to give this man 50? But you let Nimmo walk, you let Alonso walk, and you shorted Diaz. Now, Diaz wanted to be a Dodger, and I think Pete Alonso wanted to leave, and I think Nimmo wanted to leave as well.
Right,
That's
it
what
was
I
done.
believe. It was done. That whole core, the clubhouse issues, all that, it was finished. I'm just saying, at that point, you can't tell the fan base, sell me Kyle Tucker, and then I'm rolling with also Rans in my starting rotation. You can't do this to me.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't do this to me, because if you do, right, you look crazy. Because what good is this offense when you're going to win 80 games because your pitching is hot garbage?
And really think about it too, Mets fans, right? Like, I think the league is pretty high at this point on a guy like Nolan McLean. Jonah Tong, we still have to see. But imagine you now have somebody to put alongside Nolan McLean, right? And he's able to tap into a better version of himself after now getting some reps at the big league level this past season. Imagine if a Framber Valdez and a Nolan McLean is your 1-2. Now, it's not the best 1-2, right? But it's certainly one that I think is going to get you to the playoffs if you add Kyle Tucker as well.
Can I be honest with you? I prefer Ranger Suarez at this point.
Either or, yeah, either or.
Like, if you gave me the option, give me Ranger Suarez, because I feel like there's less wear and tear on his arm. Where Framber's been deep postseason runs, he's won a couple championships with the Astros. Like, he's pitched a lot, right? So I think if you're asking me, I think the Mets have to go get one of these starting pitchers. And I'll take it a step further. If you do the Kyle Tucker thing, you might as well trade for Tariq Skubal and really get it cracking out here.
I said it months ago. I think I said it like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I think the Mets should do it. Yeah.
Like, if you're going to go that far, and I'm using the word if because we don't know what it really boils down to. And I think this is a masterful job of Steve Cohen playing the PR game. Yo, I tried. Yo, I offered him $50 million. Yo, he said no to me. I tried to save the offseason. I let some of your favorites go, but we tried. You can't try at the 11th hour when you ain't been nowhere near this, and then all of a sudden you want to throw the bag at somebody and talk about, oh, but we tried. Like, and it made me like, oh, well, they had 3 Zoom meetings with him. You met him over Zoom? You met him over Zoom? You seriously? What type of organization are you? Get that man, fly that man to New York, show him Citi Field, take him to a steakhouse, take him to a Knicks game, show him the city.
Yeah, there's nothing like doing things in person. You know, the 2020, I know a lot of us felt this way back then, but just 6 years ago, I remember the world suddenly switched and how doing Zoom meetings and doing everything virtually now became the new norm. A lot of people started working from home more often.
Yeah.
But I don't know, there was always something about doing something in person, that being able to interact with people. Like you said, just showing him around. Like, what the hell are you going to show him other than some damn images and maybe a damn highlight video that you put together? Like, do it the right way, like you said. If, again, you are as interested as the reports say.
I mean, look, I'll put it to you this way. Yeah, we're going to claim the Knicks. What's wrong with you, bro? The Knicks we don't recognize Net fans out here.
Wait, what happened with the Knicks?
He said, wouldn't the Mets take someone to a Knicks game? You really can't claim the Knicks. I mean, Steve Cohen is courtside at more Knicks games than Jim Dolan himself. I'm saying Steve Cohen lives at Madison Square Garden. Steve Cohen's a huge Knicks fan.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Look, TD, who wants to live in Canada? A lot of people, especially when we just got to the World Series.
Yeah, maybe now. That's right.
I mean, you don't disrespect Canada talking about who wants to live in Canada. We just got to the World Series. I want to live in Canada. I get to play with Vladdy and that crew with that stadium and that country. I'll live there. And you don't have to deal with the pressures of being the man. because Vladdy already got that. Vladdy got that. Who would want to live in Canada? If they throwing money at me, I go to Canada.
Listen, I can't blame TD though, because he, as a Red Sox fan, they going through a lot right now. They are going through a lot.
Yo, listen, and I respect that, but don't, especially when we got a Blue Jay fan in here. Don't do that.
True.
Don't
Shout
do
out
that.
to Canada in the building. Hey, by the way, I'm gonna need you to be here, especially on the days when I wear like my Drake tees, because we got the chat. They come for me sometimes. Stephen might even say something like, I sometimes feel bullied, so I might need you here when I put a Drake shirt on the next time.
I can't. Nah, bro, you can't disrespect. We got people from Canada in here, baby. Know what I mean? That's just mean. Mean on all levels.
Sox fan, he says Red Sox fans are fine. Wow, really? Y'all are fine? I think that's sarcasm. You don't mean that, Sox fan.
They're not fine right now.
Mm-hmm.
They got all them brothers on suicide watch, brother. You crazy? The whole city of Boston,
right,
is under medical observation. To go back to something that I said earlier, though, ultimately, I think it feels like the Blue Jays are going to be the team that gets this done.
I would love to see it.
I just think the Blue Jays, because you know what? At this point, when you spent as much money as they spent already, you gave Dylan Cease money, you gave one of the Rogers twins some money, right? Like you've augmented your roster. Finish it off.
Mm-hmm.
Finish it off.
And I'm sticking to this. If Kyle Tucker goes to the Blue Jays, I want to make sure that I am the first person that makes it very clear that I have no problem signing up for a rematch between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays in the World Series.
Neither do I. Just everybody got
that. You telling me I get to start the year with playoff atmosphere baseball with the WBC, and I get to end it off with a rematch with what I just saw in October? Yo, do it. Make it happen.
So here's the thing. Rick with a great observation. Bregman is overrated if you sign Bo. Here's the thing. They just lowballed the Bregman. Do you think they really want to give Bo Bichette more money than they have to?
Maybe not.
I don't know about that. Which brings me back to a conversation like, I wonder where the Red Sox are sitting with all this going, you know what? Is Brendan Donovan really going to be our offseason? Now, Jeff Passan did put out a tweet earlier today where he talked about the Giants being at the forefront of the Brendan Donovan talks right now.
Right.
And usually Jeff doesn't put out speculatory tweets. So I found that a little bit like strange where it's like, hold on. That's kind of like we're speculating. You know what I'm saying?
How about that infield? They make it happen. Devers, Matt Chapman.
That's not bad. Brendan Donovan in second base and
Willie Adames.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
A pretty good infield, bro.
That's not bad. And look, right? I kind of like what they did in the rotation too, though. You know, they did some things in the rotation that I'm like, I don't hate it. If you're a Giant fan, if you can get Brendan Donovan and if you can get, you know, put him in the middle of that infield, that's not bad. I don't hate it. Let me ask you this to the Blue Jay fan, and I don't want to ruin your name, so we gotta think of a nickname for you, brother. So Bo Bichette back to the Blue Jays seems really dead. Like it seems dead, no? Because I haven't heard nothing connecting the two sides at all. And it just goes to show you how much of this is a business. Because you would think that Vladdy would be like, yo, get my man back.
I thought,
get my man back in here.
And we actually had that conversation during the playoffs, remember?
Yeah. And so, like, what it shows you is he really is a business. By the way, Bo Bichette in Philadelphia, Jesus Christ. You want to talk about, you're going from one good hitting ballpark to another. Bo Bichette in Philadelphia, he might hit 30 home runs in that yard.
He had a meeting with them this week, right?
He had a Zoom meeting with them on Monday, yeah.
Right.
See, this is how you know it gets serious, because you can have all the Zoom meetings you want, because the Mets have had several Zoom meetings. Like, I want you to be in the city. I want to see
Mhm.
Bo Bichette at Citizens Bank with Bryce, with Kyle Schwarber. Go to the city, eat a cheesesteak, go to a Sixers game, do something, right? Put it out there that, yo, I'm available. I'll come play. You know what I mean? Now they do have to do something though. You got to trade Alec Boehm first before you can get this finalized and finished up.
Right.
So I wonder if Dave Dombrowski has a trade in the tuck somewhere. Yo, I'd love to move Alec Boehm. The question is, where do I move Alec Boehm to? Is Alec Boehm a fit for the Red Sox? I wonder. Just thinking out loud.
I feel like we also had this conversation early last year, right? Feels like deja vu. Weren't the Phillies like putting it out there like, yo, we trying to move on from Alec Boehm and nothing really came from that, but here we are yet again. But maybe as you mentioned, this time it has to be, for good.
Yeah, and look, they're gonna trade Alec Boehm because they don't plan on extending him. It feels like he's like he's like the dude that's walking in the graveyard knowing my time here is up. Either they're gonna put me out the pasture or they're gonna move me. Something's gonna happen, right? Because if you have the opportunity to sign a player like Bo Bichette, you don't put it off. You go out there and do it, because you put him in the middle of that lineup, your lineup changes. You get a little bit more athletic, because Bo does, he does some things, and he can definitely hit. That's one thing Bo Bichette can do. He can hit for sure.
Right.
So I'd love to, honestly, I'd love to see Bo Bichette in Philadelphia.
You know who's one guy I'm actually surprised that the Phillies haven't moved on from yet? Nick Castellanos. Because I already know they don't have a good relationship, but we're talking about other things that they have planned, right? I would think that you would want to get that dead weight out the way before you, because not to say that they still can't do it, right? Because you can. But I just thought that by now, with the kind of beef they got going on, I thought it would have been over and done with,
What it shows me though is that there's no market for Nick Castellanos.
Yeah, and he's terrible defensively too.
That's the other thing. So like
if a team makes a deal for Castellanos, you better have that DH spot, open ASAP.
Yeah. You know why I can see Nick Castellanos with the White Sox in Chicago? Put him in the DH, let Murakami play first. Just having a guy in there that's gonna hit. And I don't know how much of that he's gonna do either, because he's been hot garbage.
Right.
Bohm ain't that good, but you see, you guys say things like Bohm ain't that good and they wouldn't do this. Somebody else in the league may look at Alec Boehm and like, yo, I could fix him. Get him out of the cauldron that is Philadelphia, and I could fix him. You can't make straightforward statements. Boehm ain't that good. Boehm ain't that good because he's playing in Philadelphia. You never know if you put Alec Boehm. I'm just throwing this out there. If you put Alec Boehm in Detroit, if he turns into something else.
I mean, the Red Sox could use him too.
People are so quick to say, oh, Boehm ain't that good. Yeah, but circumstances always dictate how a player plays.
Oh, Nolan Arenado. That's another thing that we got to get into as well, with him going to the Diamondbacks finally.
Oh, we got a new one in here.
Yankees girl. Wow.
We got a new one in here. Welcome to the family. She bringing that smoke already. Okay. I see you.
No booing here. We support all teams in the league here. But shout out to you.
Boehm or Donovan?
Oh, Donovan. Brendan Donovan, give
me. Of course. Thank you. I have another one, but this is the one we kept up for now. But I have two of them. No, give me Brendan Donovan. By the way, Yankees girl, if you have not hit the subscribe button and the like on the video, can you please do so? We love interacting. We're gonna talk Yankees here in a second. They did make a little bit of if I say so myself, a little bit of an interesting trade today.
Yeah, I got thoughts on it too.
I don't hate it. I'm gonna tell you why I don't hate it in a second. But I kind of looked at it and went, not bad. But getting back to, give me Alec Boehm. Give me Brendan Donovan over Alec Boehm, because I like Brendan Donovan's positional versatility.
Right.
That's one thing that I do.
We got Yankee fans and Mets fans going at it in the comments.
Listen, man.
Your Armand, stand up, bro. Stand up. Listen, I'm just wearing the uniform. You know, I'm working right now. So friendly fire.
Listen, I respect it. Listen, I respect it. All I'm gonna say is, listen, we want everybody to feel included in here. So if you're gonna do a little bit of trash talk, if you're gonna do some banter, just keep it friendly. You know, we got a lady in here. You don't want to alienate the lady viewers because there's two of them right now. So nice to the lady. You know what I mean?
Right.
Bohm, Suarez or Bohm? Give me Alec Bohm over Suarez right now. Because Bohm is younger. You know what I'm saying? He's younger, and the thing about it is, I still think there's something in there. I think if you get him away from Philadelphia, because I think places like Philly, New York, Boston, they just destroy people. They just do. If you're not built for the city, if you're not built for the market, it'll eat you alive.
I mean, the thing is, too, I'm going to be honest, to go back to something that Sox fans said a few minutes ago, you know, Alec Bohm, while he isn't the greatest third baseman, clearly, right? Lucky if he's even an all-star, right? If he could become that, but who knows? He's also not terrible, right?
No.
He's a guy who's probably going to give you an OPS between maybe 750, close to the 800s. I don't know if he gets there quite. You know, might give you like 130, 150 hits. I don't think that's all that bad, but I think what the Phillies would prefer in terms of production coming out of that position is certainly something way more than what they've been getting out of him. Because remember, Alec Bohm has been there now for a few seasons, you know?
Oh, she said, I've seen her in a Blue Jays chat too today. She's everywhere. All right. Suarez on a 1-year deal is interesting. Suarez on a 1-year deal is interesting. Listen, I got a little challenge I'm going to throw you guys' way tonight. We need to crack that 300 mark. There's 10 of y'all in here right now. Y'all all got phones. Hit somebody up and let them know we live. I don't care if you got to hit somebody text message. I don't care if you got to hit somebody with the audio message, email. Let's get 20 heads in here by the time this night is over. I need it.
We're at 294 right now. So we're 6 away from 300.
Listen, get us to 300. We need to be, I want to be at 300 by the end of the night. Come on now, y'all. Listen, you know why I say that? The bigger the family, right? The bigger the family, the bigger we grow. You know what happens? You get more shows like this because everybody's going to be represented.
Right. Oh, massive fart. Your name is crazy. Do you know McForrester? Let me find out. We got actual friends watching the same show because this is what I'm getting from this, right? It's what it seems like.
That's your man's, yeah.
Right. If you guys are friends, that's dope, bro.
Suarez probably around 230, 45 homers, 115 RBIs.
That sounds about right.
You know what? Cool. And here's why I like that. I think in Fenway Park.
Oh, they are friends.
Nice.
Yo, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to McForrester. Shout out to you, Massive. I was just guessing, but according to what you had said, it seemed like this right here, you know?
See, hold on. Now we got we got friendships being formed in here.
Yeah.
I like this. This is good. See, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's about building a bond and a community of baseball fans that are in here just talking amongst each other, man. That's what it should be about. Right. I love it. Get every fan base represented in here because guess what happens, right? We get everybody in here and then it becomes, yo, but you see what the Royals did with the fences today? Yo, where's Shrek at when you need Shrek?
You see?
There's Royals moves out here and he ain't know where to be found.
It always happens, bro.
Where
Anytime I
your man
mention
at, bro?
anytime I mention Shrek or we're talking about the Royals, that man is not here, bro.
That
I
is
feel the pain.
crazy, bro. Getting back to Sox fans' point, I would do Geno Suarez for a year in Boston for a year. I'd do that.
I want to give credit though, because Armand did say that immediately after he found out Bregman was going to the Cubs. He said that Red Sox fans should prepare themselves for that, you know? It could happen.
If you're telling me for a year, right, that I get to see that dude hit 50 bombs in Fenway Park and drive in over 100, and I don't have to, he sucks. But what other options do you have?
Right.
Beggars can't be choosers at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You just told Alex Bregman we good. You beggars can't be choosers, bro.
You definitely, especially as a Red Sox fan, right? You definitely get worse defensively, but offensively, that's not a bad answer after losing
Hell
out on
no.
Bregman.
He might be. Listen, you know what? He's one of the worst defenders, but guess what? Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Devers wasn't a good defender either, and you dealt with it, right?
Right.
What's the difference?
You made him your franchise player and all.
Listen, we're talking about realistically. TD, I want you to think realistically now. If you woke up tomorrow and you found out that he was available and 45 and 100 was at your doorstep, you ain't taking that offensively after what you just lost?
I would.
I know the defense is bad. We could be here all day. You could DH him.
He rather have the kids. He says, "Nah, man. You already got enough kids at the big league level."
Right.
Stephen done pointed out like 3 who got contract extensions already. Like, come on, bro.
You
want the whole damn team in Fenway Park, just a bunch of kids.
I'm talking about, all right. So what if Suarez was your DH?
That's not a bad DH.
What if he was your DH and in Fenway Park he hits 50 bombs and at the end of the year you guys are lurking for a playoff spot?
Right.
You are at the point right now where, see, this is what kills me about Red Sox fans, about certain types of Yankee fans. Just because you in the Northeast, that don't mean your shit don't stink. We need to stop that. The Red Sox ain't been good since you traded Mookie Betts. Come on now. Let's call a spade a spade. You cannot sit here now and act like all high and mighty, I'll play the kids. We don't know if Christian Campbell can hit in the big leagues yet.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if Marcelo Maya is going to be healthy enough to play have a consistent impact at the big league level.
You know, that's why the contract extensions, the talks about that between the Red Sox and him, you know, that's why I paused, was because they want to see him be a little more consistent. And until they see that from him, especially with the, as you mentioned, injuries, Stefan, I don't think it's going to happen.
And that's what I'm saying. So you can't sit here and say, I'll play the kids, when the kids, you don't even know what you have. At least when you look at Suarez offensively, you know what you have.
Right.
That's funny. Maya got hurt signing the contract. That's funny. That is funny. Hand clap to you one time. That is hysterical. Yo, you said your man got hurt signing his contract. Is wild, bro.
Because they've given to Anthony.
Wild.
They've given to Campbell. I know there's another one that they gave out as well, but
who got somebody else got paid. Campbell got paid. Roman Anthony got paid.
Right. Sox fan knows. He could tell us, or TD. One of them got to know.
He's not Anthony Davis. It's crazy. That's crazy. That is nuts.
There you go. Sedon Raphael is
John
the other one.
Rafaela got paid. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And Bale.
Thank you.
Bale got paid too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but here's what I don't understand. You rather basement bargain shop for some kids, and you ain't even gonna think about you ain't even gonna think about giving Bregman that money when Bregman was a big reason why those kids took off last year. Are we serious?
Right.
Speaking of serious, Christian Gamble got paid too. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of serious, Cardinal fans, where you at? You should be jumping for joy. Today should be a day of jubilee. You know why I say today should be a day of jubilee? Because Nolan Arenado is no longer under contract to the St. Louis Cardinals. You should be doing cartwheels around Busch Stadium. You should be, the joy should be oozing from your pores today.
I saw that all it took was one player, right? That Arizona had to depart with. Am I right?
Yo, the dude was drafted last year.
Right.
He's yet to throw a big league pitch.
Mm-hmm. And that's all it took.
Straight up salary dump. And the Cardinals are eating like I think they said like 31 of the $42 million left on his deal, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The Cardinals are like, yo, don't even worry about it. I'll eat that. That is crazy. 8th round pick, Jack Martinez. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I wonder what really stood out. Like for Arizona to be the destination that Nolan Arenado, finally accepted. I wonder what about there, made him want to be like, okay, I'll go there,
I ain't got no options left. Who else wants me at this point? The Diamondbacks tried for Bregman. Couldn't get it done.
Yeah, and the bad thing about Nolan, too, I mean, like you said, even though guys get older, defense is one of those things where, like, you kind of have that instinct for quite some time, even if you age sometimes, right? But the bat is really declining.
Wait. You a Cardinal fan, bro? Hold up.
I knew we had one. I didn't know you were one. Now, this would make you another one.
Nah, we got a Cardinal fan in here. Hold up.
There's another guy who we haven't seen in some time. I think you know who I'm talking about. He as well.
Yeah, but you a Cardinal fan for real. That's crazy.
That's what's up. Because McForrester is a Cubs fan.
Yeah, all we need is a Brewer and a Pirate fan, and we set,
right?
Bro.
Yeah, same division. That's cool. Sox fan said, "Let's pray for Massive." Damn. No, listen, Massive. I hope now it's gonna take some time for it to all like make sense. It might take 2-3 years, who knows? But I hope all of these deals pay off.
So he had multiple over.
I did. I saw a clip on this earlier today. Yeah.
What is he referring to?
So, Boris. So apparently, Alex Bregman went back, and Boris went back to the Red Sox and said, "Hey, we have better deals on the table," because he was interested in what the Red Sox were going to do.
Yeah, get
the Red Sox. The Red Sox didn't believe him, and basically said, "You're lying to us. So we're going to stand with what we offered you." And we have nothing else to say. And then what went on, obviously, is what we covered just the other day with Alex Bregman going to the Cubs.
So this is when I turn around and tell you, if I'm a free agent, I'm never going to Boston. Because how do you tell a player he's lying when he got better deals on the table?
I know, right? That's crazy.
What? Like, I'm going to tell you right now, how do you tell somebody that?
That's almost... I don't know if I'm going too far by stating this, but that's a little disrespectful.
That makes me not want to do business with them.
Yeah.
You going to tell my agent that he's lying when we got better deals and he's one of them? Scott Boras is one of them. You can't talk to him like that. You don't think you're going to need another Scott Boras a client in a few years? The Red Sox might have just screwed themselves all because you want to act all high and mighty.
I wouldn't be surprised if Scott Boras went back to Bregman and was like, just laughing and was like, yo, these guys really think that we don't have something better on the table. He probably told Bregman, listen, step aside, have your phone beside you because
That
I'm
is
about to work.
insane. Yo, fam, what?
Mhm.
By the way, Razor with the details. Contract payout: Rockies $5 million, Cardinals $26 million, and the D-backs $11 million.
Damn, so he's still getting paid from the Rockies. That's crazy. That's an interesting stat there, Rick. Shout out to you for that.
Players are now gonna want the no trade clause with Boston. Right, right.
I don't blame them.
Brady called Henry and told Henry, "I'll take 10 million less, but I have to have the no trade."
Yeah, we said that on a previous show. Mhm.
So this is why I'm gonna tell you something right now. No trades are gonna become like they're gonna become more prevalent than opt-outs in baseball. Because players want to know you ain't gonna just move me at the first sign of stuff going bad out here. Like, I still can't fathom, Ivan. I'm being so serious, and to the family that's watching, thank y'all. How you told that brother no good, no thank you on a no trade clause. Who are you? I don't care that you won championships and you broke the curtain. Who are you? Craig Breslow, who are you? You've been in this job 5 minutes. Who are you, bro? You trash. You traded. Let's go through it. Devers gone. Right? Devers gone. Breggy gone. What have you done? And all you're gonna sell me is a Wilson Contreras, Sonny Gray. Nice players, but you let the key cog walk out the door, and I'm supposed to be cool.
I know, right? Yeah. That's that, and it's tough because looking back
That's
because we did an
crazy,
episode.
bro.
We did an episode talking about Contreras. You know, we've also mentioned Sonny Gray early this off season, and it was always with the thought that you guys were going to be aggressive. You know, when it came to your own guy, who I believe had an advantage, I would say, going into the off season, coming off of a season in which you guys made the playoffs again. Alex Bregman playing a big role in getting back to that, right? And for everything to just crumble the way that it did is unfortunate.
That's insane. Like,
well, Xander, I would have let him walk, especially for what
he was
Padres
older.
gave
He was
him.
older.
Yeah.
He was older. Yeah. He was older.
I certainly, the moment I saw that the Padres were the team that won and the details came out, I said, oh, that is a huge overpay.
Listen, you know what that makes me believe? AJ Preller sniffed the 8-ball of coke before he signed Xander Bogaerts to that team.
An 8-ball of the yayo.
He took, I'm not lying. He took an 8-ball to the face before he gave Xander Bogaerts that contract.
Yeah.
There's no way you're doing that sober. There's no way. There's no way.
You got to remember during that time, if you look back, they were going crazy. Remember, they gave Tatis, I think, an extension over $300 million. Just a few seasons before, you had brought in Machado.
AJ Preller took 2 8-balls of coke to the face. I'm gonna tell you when they precisely happened. They happened pretty close together. You gave Xander Bogaerts 11 years, 280. You a snit. Your cocaine addiction is out of control.
Right.
That is out of control. That is you need help. And then you doubled down and gave Hugh Darvish an extension. You need, and he paid him at like 38 years old. They extended him.
Mm-hmm.
You whatever drugs you want, they need to come pull you from the GM chair, brother.
Yu Darvish doesn't even know if he's gonna pitch again. I remember reading something about like what he thought about his injury.
He thought he's done. He's done. He said it the other day. He's like, I don't think I'm ever gonna come back.
Yeah.
Those are the two of the worst contracts. They're gonna age terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The Machado one's gonna age even worse because you doubled down. You gave him his original deal, and then you gave him an additional 10-year contract on top of that.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Like, I wonder how half these executives still have jobs. Not trying to be funny. Like Craig Breslow, how do you have a job right now in Boston? AJ Preller, how do you have a job right now in San Diego?
I think earlier today we put out a clip and we had a Boston Red Sox fan say that Breslow should be fired, right?
That is, how do these people have jobs? Serious question. Because what do you tell the fan base? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Yo, Bobby Bonilla contracts is accurate. This is accurate. Nah, you can't blame one without the other. Because I'm pretty sure Craig Breslow's sitting there with the analytical sheet going, the analytics say he's going to age bad if we give him this many years.
Imagine the Cubs go on to like make it to the NLCS or something like that.
Exactly. Listen, put it to you all the way this way. Somebody has to stand up and explain to me whether you agree with them not going all the way for Bregman. That's your prerogative. You better have an answer. And I like Suarez for a year, but Suarez ain't gonna cut it.
Nah.
You better have an answer.
Mm-hmm. You lose a lot. You lose a lot. To go back to something that you said on the last show was when it comes to a guy like Alex Bregman, you know, what he does on the field aside, you know, there's more that he brings to a team, you know, and now you got to understand that going back to, you know, locking up some of these kids and having them long term now you don't have the presence that Alex Bregman just has, you know, just by simply being himself and the experience that he comes with.
And I love that you said that because that's so people forget that. Now, Sox fan, we love you, brother. We love you. We love what you represent. But I gotta put you out on Front Street, in front of the family and all. You got to be accountable for this.
He got high hopes.
It's only January. Tell me what's out there. Realistically, tell me what's out there, bro. What are you looking for? Because you're not giving Bo Bichette what he's looking for. So I got to put you out on Front Street.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with whatever. I'm cool that you say that. But now you got to give me names. Now I want options. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
Here's the thing I will say, though, right? I wonder if the Red Sox now regret not giving Jorge Polanco some money because I heard the Red Sox went in on him to the final buzzer, too.
Oh, yeah?
What are we doing in Boston?
That would have been dirt cheap for them, too. You know what's crazy? They haven't actually signed any big free agents.
One single dollar on free agency this year.
Mm-hmm. That is insane. Now, it's one thing if you don't want to spend a certain amount of money, but to not spend any money at all, to go back to your point, Sox fan, we are now in January. That's a little concerning, right? Now, if you believe that there's something out there that they could still pull off and go into the season with you guys not being as upset as you guys are right now, I got to see it. But right now, it's a little worrisome. It is, for sure.
Not only is it worrisome, it's damn near malfeasance at this point. It's malfeasance at this point.
Mm-hmm. Chef Mama, what up? I see you, bro.
Hanging out. I want down. Listen, it's not just the Yankees and Red Sox that want this lockout. It's the majority of owners that want the lockout.
Oh, okay. He gave his options. You interested in Isak Paredes from the Astros?
He's available, yeah.
Right. Okay.
He's available, but he's a horrible defender too.
Right.
So 2 out of those 3 players you name are bad on defense.
Yo, they should have put that package together to get Marte when they had the chance to.
Which I think still is possible.
Yeah, if they're willing to revisit that.
Because Okay, so can we get to the Nolan thing now? Can we go here? The Nolan Arenado thing. Let me know one thing. One, Blaze Alexander and Jordan Lawler are not playing any significant role for the Diamondbacks this year, unless you trade Ketel Marte. And despite what they've said publicly, despite all, we don't plan on moving him. We want to stay steadfast. We want to stay steady. I'm telling you right now, this Marte trade is going to happen. Once this market clears up and Bo signs and Brendan Donovan gets traded, Marte is going to get traded.
Ketel Marte heat up again, right?
Oh yeah, and that's where the Red Sox might have to strike.
That's a nice way to counter. That's a beautiful way to counter, actually.
That's why if you're the Red Sox, you might have to do the you know what? That's the player I want to sign.
Plus, the money on his books, shouldn't be something to worry about.
No, because he's making barely over $100 million. What is it? 5 years, $102 million. That's nothing. You know what? You got to give up something, man. You got to give up something. That's like saying, yo, I want to go sneaker shopping, but I don't want to spend no money. Then go to the Payless outlet then. Armor, he's on. Real quick, massive farts. I can't believe I said that out loud.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna just call you Massive.
Massive. I have a question. What happens with Jojo Romero? Is he the next card that falls in your carousel of trades? Red Sox ain't doing it. They go with the kid. Good luck explaining that to that fan base.
We had somebody else, I think, say that same thing too, Rick. Massive is fine. I'm glad, bro, because anything else would have been hard.
Start calling you flatulence, brother. Donovan is probably next. Okay. Is Jojo Romero even is it possible? Yeah, Ryan Stanek you signed the other day. Free relievers, so Romero does get moved. Interesting.
How long have you been a Cards fan?
Yeah, word. How old are you, bro? Because that name
yeah
makes me seem like you a young brother, man.
Because I kind of feel like most people who we've met through having this platform, a lot of you guys just talk about one team, which is okay, right?
That's
but
fine.
I kind of figured like maybe sometimes people go from one team to another. It's possible, especially if you're old enough.
Hey, listen, easy, yo, easy. We don't know who's watching the show. Easy. All right, I ain't trying to get in trouble, man.
CJ Abrams would be interesting because I know the Nationals do want to get rid of him.
Mackenzie Gore is probably going to be the one that they move this winter for sure.
Right.
By the way, I'd say watch these two teams with the Yankees and Mackenzie Gore. Watch the Orioles and Yankees with Mackenzie Gore.
You know what's my thing with the Yankees though? To go to I want to bring up it. I have to
18. Damn. I feel old, bro. Damn.
18. Wow. So we got the young fellas in the building.
I see you.
So Massive. I'm 31, and Stephen, you're 32, 33?
33, yeah.
33. Damn. So are we unks? Are we, older folks, or do we kind of like fit right in? Because you watch us, bro. So there gotta be something here that's a little, relatable.
Yeah.
What was I saying, bro? I forgot what I was saying just a few seconds
23. Ago. Hold up, bro. Hold up.
Hey, shout out to you guys. Everybody's just revealing their age tonight. You get an age.
You
okay,
are.
So we still young.
I take it. I take it.
I actually have seen that. It's really good. It's really good. Long time ago, but
Listen, Armand, you 40, bro. 40 ain't old. Stop that, bro. You scare me because I'm not that far away. Wait, we got a new one in here. Hold up.
Hey, Sherry, how's it going? Wow, a lot of
What's going
ladies
on?
tonight.
Hey now.
We don't
All right.
really get the ladies introducing themselves, but shout out to you guys.
Thank you for popping in, man. I'm status is crazy. That's crazy, bro.
No, you know what, Chef Mamba? We're not 40 yet, but honestly, I do feel like I'm still in my 20s, especially like my mid
was
20s.
good, bro.
Chad, what's good?
All right, we gotta ask since there's another lady in the room now. Are you a baseball fan, and who are you a fan of? And do us a favor and hit the like and subscribe on the channel if you have not already.
Yes, welcome.
34 is the new 24. Shit.
Chad knows. He knows what's up.
No, we started the show with the Kyle Tucker stuff, but you know, I had some stuff I had to say. Make sure you hit that. Yeah, man. Yeah, hit that like button, man.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
Hit that like button.
It goes a long way.
Lets the algorithm know y'all in here.
Fan from the north. So from Canada. Is that Canada?
You're a Blue Jay fan? Yo, y'all Blue Jay fans that's crazy.
That's my understanding when I hear the north.
I'm walking so I can't cut my leg off so I can look at. Stop it.
Wait, what is that in reference to, bro? I'm lost.
I don't know. I'm lost.
You gotta explain that one, Rick, because it's giving me like lyrics, but I don't know if they are.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. Oh, she's a Jay fan. Another Jay fan.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Got you.
Listen, man. 6 in the building tonight. We see y'all.
Yeah. I mean, we have talked a lot of, Blue Jays. We went from covering them for an entire month, right? With the postseason coverage and all that, the watch alongs. And then also with them, you could argue that they've been the busiest team this offseason, the Blue Jays.
Yes. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with a little cripple joke in there, man. I've been in a wheelchair all my life. I'm used to it. I prefer people to make the table jokes. We good out here.
Chad is active tonight, man. We having a full-blown conversation.
Oh, she talking spicy. I see. Okay. You know what I mean?
I hope so too. That has been my assumption all along so far.
That's been both of our assumptions.
Yeah,
most of the offseason. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, me and Rick, we like, you know what I mean? It's my right hand.
Oh, okay. It was, I didn't even know what it was regarding, but if it's insider, I hear you.
No, it's his age. He's like, I'm old, man. He walking around work limping.
Got you.
It's his age.
Okay.
Know what I mean? Yo, so here's what I'm gonna ask you guys though. Since we have so many different fan bases in here, we got Red Sox fans in here, we got a Met fan in here, we got Yankee fans in here. If you had to pick your dream free agent for each one of your teams. Oh, we got a new one in here. Hold on.
Oh, no, he came guns blazing, bro. That's kind of aggressive. We got 2 of them in the building right now. You better hurt their feelings.
Nah, you got to be nice, bro.
Yo, TD, get off your burner account, bro. Didn't he say something like this earlier tonight? Yo, TD, one account at a time.
Tony, that's damn, bro. What's up? How are you, man? Who are you a fan of?
Yeah, you got to tell us after you leave a comment like that. Who are you a fan of, bro?
God.
Drop the weapons too, please.
We come in peace, bro. We come in peace. I'm cool. I don't want.
Oh, that's one of Armand's boys. Oh, he's a Mets fan.
Oh, you a Mets fan?
All right. Good thing I'm in uniform. If not, he would have came at me too.
Salute. Nah, chill, bro. Chill. All right. I've said this before. I'm gonna say it one more time for the new people that are in here. we don't mind friendly back and forth. We don't mind a little, humor here and there. But let's keep it respectful, man. We got ladies in the building tonight. We got all different, countries and fan bases representative. Let's try and keep it. Let's try
Rick
and
says
keep
in uniform is outrageous.
it.
Yo, Rick, don't make me go in the closet and pull out the Strowman match jersey.
Oh my god, bro. Oh. If you do, I'm gonna end the stream. I will end the stream.
Yo, they like messing with me, so I gotta kind of find where it makes sense for me too,
Yo, that is outrageous, bro.
He said, "Do it." Oh man, I just throw it over as a as a cover up.
That is outrageous.
Also, by the way, since we have a lot of new folks here, make sure you guys go ahead, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, like the video if you haven't, and subscribe. I know we've said that a couple of times, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Strowman is somebody that Mets and Blue Jay fan can stand on unison on. Jesus sakes.
Oh, so Armand doesn't know. It was a gift to me, bro. So Marcus Stroman, it doesn't sound all that good to say. Maybe was it ever good to say this? It is what it is, but he was, a guy who I enjoyed watching because of what he brought to the game.
Yo, you're a troll. This guy's a troll, bro.
Not so much anymore.
Yo, this guy is a troll, bro. Do me a favor. There's 12 of y'all in here. I want 12 likes on this video. There was 15 in here a couple seconds ago. I need over 20 likes on this video, y'all. I need the algorithm out here algorithming.
This is fun though right now. What we're doing, just chatting,
I love it. All right, dream free agent signing for every fan base in here. Give me one. Dream free agent signing.
Interesting. Yeah, it started to show, I was somebody who would not really pay attention to it because I was a fan, but he played long enough to the point where it was like you kind of can't miss that about him. Spinal. You know what that reminds me of? You ever saw that video of Tyson where he was doing like this interview after a match, and he said something about like, "Oh, my back is broken," or something like. I forgot his exact words, but he ended up saying like he needed his spinal surgery. I don't know. It was something crazy. I gotta find it. I have to see it.
Oh man! All right.
Rendon. Oh man, we could all forget about that guy.
Listen, somebody said I think Sox fan said Diesel LeMay. Yo, y'all out here trolling. I'm trying to have a serious convo with y'all. Listen, there's 17 of y'all in here. I need 17 likes on this video, man. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. By the way, where's everybody at? I know a lot of people are probably home, depending on where you are. But
yeah,
is anybody out right now?
Are you watching us out? Or you at the house? What are we doing? Are we vibing in something? Are you drinking? What are we doing? Are we, you know what I mean?
I gotta ask because was it Sox fan on Sunday night? He was at a playoff game,
chilling right now.
Right.
Carlos Santana is wild. Stop.
Oh, please no.
Nah, stop. So Tucker's Sherry's dream, okay?
Mm-hmm. I mean, what else do they really need, right? I kind of feel like this
MLB The Show. I see you.
That's what's up, man.
You had games every night, bro. Just left TD Garden. Look at this dude, bro.
What? Yo, Sox fan, do you have a plug or something? That's what it seems like.
Yo, when we hit these super chats, brother, we hitting you off. you can't hit for some super chats, brother. You know what I mean? Wow. At home watching basketball. Okay, who you watching?
All right, cool. Rick is at work. We know where you at, bro.
Season tickets, friends.
Those are some good friends.
Introduce us to some of your homies, bro. Yeah, nah, I got to give up that moniker. He out here doing the Lord's work in these streets. You can't call me that no more. TD's at the house. All right. Oh, Creighton. Okay. I remember Doug McDermott came from Creighton. I remember Dougie McBuckets when he was in college. That brother could shoot it. Boy, oh boy, can he shoot it. And military discount. Look at you pulling out the military card, bro. That's a cheat code, bro. That's like me when I go to games. I don't stand in line because I'm in a wheelchair. So we just skip the line.
I do want to get out this final point about the Yankees trading for Ryan Weathers.
I like that.
I don't. Here's my thing. Because of the 4 prospects, and if I was going to give that up, why not just go after Sandy, you know? But maybe if you see it differently, I would love to hear it. But I know they had given up, was it the number 15, 16, and like 2 random ones, I believe, right?
Yeah, but all right. So prospects is all relative, right?
Yeah.
They didn't give up nothing. None of these kids are of consequence other than the kid Dylan Lewis.
Okay.
All these other kids I don't know nothing about. I don't even want to pretend
it shouldn't backfire, right?
Yeah, like I'm good. He's 26 years old, throws 98, and could be one of your. Listen, I do believe this is going to happen, right? I do think this sets up for a bigger trade. They're still in on Mackenzie Gore, and they're still in on Freddie Peralta. They still have all their chips at the top end of their system. So if they wanted to do that, they could, right? Luis Gil is a guy that's probably going to go to Milwaukee in a potential deal because the Brewers are looking for major league ready starting pitching. Yeah. Luis Gil is young enough where he fits the bill. I don't hate it if Ryan Withers is in the bullpen. If you're telling me I can use his left-handed 98 out of the bullpen, I feel better about it.
Well, I think eventually after guys come off the IL, you know, Rodon being one, of course, we're finally, which Yankee fans should be excited about this, to see Garrett Cole back on the mound in 2026. Once those guys come back, Ryan Weathers then has no choice, other than to go to the bullpen, because now you kind of have all hands on deck, which is what you ultimately want. But, you know, I could see him, you know, playing a role where he starts the season, you know, in the rotation, goes to the bullpen, and probably comes back because the guy has to hit the IL for whatever the reason may be.
So here's what I'll tell you, though, right? I do think they have coverage, right? Because they did Blackburn, they did what's his name? Ryan Yarbrough early in the year. He's like a swingman. So they got coverage. Is it the coverage that they want? I don't know. Like that's see, this is why I would say, listen, Freddie Peralta has to be the next leg of this package in order for this trade to make sense. Because if it's Ryan Withers straight up, I don't like it. Because you're asking a guy that's been injury prone the last 2 years. He's only thrown 124 innings in the last 2 years.
Yeah, what's up with the Marlins just giving away damaged goods? They know what they're doing. Be careful making trades with those guys.
That's why Peter Bendix might be one of the best GMs in the game in South Florida. That guy's out here doing the Lord's work in Miami right now. You guys are gonna be all right. I know, but we lost the Atlanta starting pick. Nah, he's good. That guy knows what he's doing. They're keeping Sandy for now. Because I think what the plan is to see Sandy have half a season, and then they're going to trade him at the deadline for somebody that's really desperate for starting pitching. Yeah. Like one place I could see Sandy making sense is the Orioles, if the Orioles don't sign one of these pitchers, whether it be Valdez or Suarez.
Well, here's the thing with Sandy, right? And now it makes a lot more sense because as I watched them throughout the season in 2025, it was like, damn, teams are really lining up to trade for this guy. Mm-hmm. But if you watched him in the first half, you know, that's how I felt. But the second half of Sandy Alcantara looked like, you know, close to his original form. I think if he could repeat that again, as you mentioned, Stefan, in the first half of the 2026 season, you got to pull the plug if you're the Marlins. You got to let him go. Yeah.
And look, it's one of those things where the Marlins have put themselves in a position where you don't necessarily have to trade Sandy, but if you do, you can get a haul, especially if he's looking like his vintage self.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So it's one of those things where, you know, it's all relative, right? And this is where I think the market also has to declutter. You have to get Mackenzie Gore off. If he's going to get traded, has to get traded. We got to figure out what's happening with Peralta. If he's going to go, he has to go in order for the next crop, which is going to be Joe Ryan, I believe, gets traded. By the way, did you hear what's happening in Minnesota?
Mm-mm.
He was scheduled to be at Twins Fan Fest, and he's not going to be there.
Wow. Is that because they already know he's leaving at some point this offseason, or?
That's basically him telling the Twins, like, yo, trade my ass. Figure
Damn.
this out.
Damn,
I
so
don't
he's not trying to do anything outside of playing baseball.
because look, if you're scheduled to now, it could be that family conflict and it could be all that, but as public as it's been with his desire to move to be traded, there's 18 of y'all in here right now. Can we get the number to 20?
What up? What up to everybody? Hit the like.
Hit the share button on the video, man. Hit that subscribe button on the channel. We're trying to get to 300 subs. We're at 294 right now. Joe Ryan. So you have what I'm saying is the market has to declutter first, is my point. And I think once you figure out what you're doing with Mackenzie Gore, once we're figuring out what we're doing with Peralta, once everything clears, I think the next round of trade acquisitions are going to be the hard ones.
Yeah.
Because now we're going to see who's ready to pony up with some prospects. Because I don't care what the Tigers say. Scooble's available for the right price if they could get it. And I think if you're the Twins, Joe Ryan has to be available.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I'll say about the Twins, I put a poll up and we didn't really get much traction on it, so I'll bring it here. How do you feel about Byron Buxton playing in the WBC? Because my first initial reaction is I hate it. Am I wrong?
No, yeah, I hate it and I like it at the same time. But because you said you hated it, I'm going to let you know why I hate it. I hate it because he's injury prone. And asking a guy like Byron Buxton to play, even if it's just 100 games, is asking for a lot. That's one. Now, I see it from the fan perspective as well. Mm-hmm. Byron Buxton, when on the field and everything is right with his body, he is an exciting player to watch.
Yeah, he's a game changer. Yeah,
and
sure.
if you want to talk about representing USA, having to go up against the rest of the world, you put that type of talent on a baseball field, who knows what he might do? Adam Jones made that catch in center field.
He might top
Byron Buxton, he might do something crazier than that,
He might top it. Ernie Clement is also playing for Team USA too. That was announced earlier today.
Yes, that is true.
You know which one I found interesting? Taijuan Walker's playing for Mexico. Did you see this?
Yeah, I didn't know he was Mexican.
I was like, no, I think one of his family, I think it's either his mom or his dad.
Yeah, Roddy Telez is also playing for Mexico too. I hear certain guys, I'm playing for this country, and I'm like, wait, you were from there? What?
Harry Ford that just got traded to DC. He's playing for Great Britain. Okay. The catcher. Yeah.
Yeah.
This WBC is gonna be interesting. But yeah, the Yankees. This left me with more questions than answers right now.
Duran is Mexican. That's true. He is playing for Mexico. True.
Whatever happened? Listen, I got a question. Whatever happened to him?
Like, wow, hold on. TD just asked a very interesting question here. Why am I not in? You're not interested in the Classic, really?
That's interesting. Hold on.
Wow. You know, that's TD. I do want to hear a little more on that. So I want to see you leave another comment. But I also got to say that's kind of like not enjoying playoff baseball. And I understand the regular season means a whole lot more, and so does October. But this is fun, bro, especially when you get all of the great talented players to participate in a tournament. That's fun.
So Chad says, you talking about Taijuan Walker, I'm assuming. His mother's Mexican and white. Okay. Interesting. Anna Rosa Ranger's playing for Team Mexico too.
Yeah, he played for Mexico in the last one. I don't know if he has like some sort of citizenship or I don't know what the deal is. I don't know.
Okay. Let's pray for TD. Let's get the joke out before we serious this out. I'm not enjoying guys laughing, throwing meatballs, and having a.
Nah, those games get good. Now, listen, early on, you might see what you just said there. But depending on the matchup, those games get good. Seriously. Did you forget in the last classic? And I think we've all seen clips of this moment with the final out being Shohei Ohtani versus Mike Trout. Bro, where else do you get that? Because
That was a
Mike Trout in the regular season does not perform in the playoffs because he can't even get there. The classic is kind of like the only place where you could get that.
I moved to Florida a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to the WBC. I'm 2 hours away from Miami.
That's what's up.
I'll be recording footage for y'all.
Appreciate that.
Nah, I mean,
by the way, how is it in Florida? You know, for the couple weeks that you've been there now. I've been there before. I got my brother who lives out there as well. Shout out to him. But you got another Floridian. Chef Mama gonna be a Yankees fan from Florida.
That's not terror. That's not that uncommon. There's a lot of them actually.
I know. Yeah. He could even go to spring training games too, right?
Diabolical is. Oh, okay. I feel like there's a lot of connections in here.
Oh, I get what he's saying. So you don't like the hype that some of these players come with just because they performed well in the classic? Because that's what it sounds like. But I'm still not getting like a valid reason. Like I hear you. I certainly see what you're saying, but it just hasn't, registered in terms of disliking it.
He's like, bad food, high mileage, no chopped cheese.
Damn, no chopped cheese is crazy. And you can't get it the Aki way because the Aki way is only out here in New York. A lot of places, though, I've seen people talk about like places in Atlanta, also other states too. A lot of people say you have people who are now creating businesses and their plates, are heavily, about like, chopped cheese and things that, are notorious out here in New York. Because there's a lot of things I think that New Yorkers, kind of like talk about a lot here that I guess they can't get rid of. So now you have all of these business owners like, all right, well, we know these people are starting to move out here. Let's see if we could give them a taste of what home was like.
I will say this, to get back to the WBC point, the WBC is it's a chance for players that usually don't get a chance to show off. It gives them the ability to show what they really can do. Because what if you're a major league team and you're looking for talent, you're trying to get to the big leagues and you're trying to make a name for yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's tough. By the way, Tony, why Florida is 80% former and why is LOL? That's true.
It might be true, yeah.
Tony, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor, bro. I'm gonna need you to hit that subscribe button on this channel, dog. We see you.
Right.
You and Sherry.
Y'all
ain't low. You and Sherry, y'all ain't low. We see y'all, bro.
My question to TD is this. So, okay, I respect the fact that you don't like the WBC. We're going to be doing some watch-alongs during the WBC. Does it, play a factor in you now maybe enjoying it more? Because what I'm asking you essentially is, are you going to come by for those watch-alongs? Because I expect to see you here.
Nah, but you know what? I'm not a Yankee fan though. We watch everybody.
Yeah, no, this is not a Yankee platform, bro.
Nah, we watch everybody, bro. We're not just because.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's a Yankee fan too.
I am. I am.
He's just
Tony, yo, we just threw a curveball your way. See, he probably went based off what I'm wearing right now.
this is interesting. Oh, we got a new one in here. Andrew Titan.
Andrew, what's going
I
on?
don't like the Class A because of the injury risk. I think there should be a clause saying if a player misses a season because of it, you know what? I'm there with you.
I'm for that.
I'm there with you, bro.
He
I'm
said,
there
now
with
we got
you,
to
bro.
earn it more. Nah, Tony, you a funny guy, bro.
You a funny guy.
He's holding it down because Shrek ain't here with us, you know?
Nah, respect, bro. Respect. Honestly, yo, you know what's funny is
I'm in disguise. That's right, chef.
I really like the idea of having some sort of injury risk. Like what teams should do is put money in escrow. Because you know, for the WBC, you know these teams take out insurance policies on these players, right?
Oh, yeah.
You have to.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like you got to know there's going to be an injury at some point somewhere. You just hope that it doesn't happen to one of your main stars, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Listen, I'm excited for it.
I can't wait.
You
Hell
know,
yeah.
speaking of the classic, I saw a post earlier today. We are 50 days
50
away.
days away. Yeah, 50 days away. I'm excited. Yeah.
Listen, folks, I know you guys already mark your calendars. Hopefully you guys do this, but hopefully you mark your calendars when we go live, right? But in addition to that,
turn on the
mark your calendars.
notifications, man.
50 days away from the WBC. And TD, you got 50 days to start enjoying WBC. So start watching highlights.
This is hysterical. Insurance companies got to despise AD. That is sick.
AD, Joel Embiid as well, Kawhi, all of these dudes.
Zion. Zion's more worried about them OnlyFans models. He ain't even, you know what I mean?
He's still messing with them?
Of course, bro.
Oh no. I haven't really been keeping up with basketball, you know.
He got
I've read something about him maybe like a year and a half ago.
Nah, he just got caught with another one not too like couple weeks ago, bro.
Yo, bro, leave the shorties alone, man. Yo, stick to your craft. Do that, bro. What's wrong with these dudes?
And the thing is, it's not even like it's fire, you know, or only
They're sharing these girls, bro.
It's mad mid, bro.
You know what's crazy? All of these guys, they're as good as they are as what they do for what they do for a living.
But
they make as much money as they do, and they have no problem just passing these girls around like, yo, I had a, you can have a next. Yo, I had a, you can have a next. Come on now.
Wait, you a Philly fan? We got a Philly fan in here.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, bro?
By the way, I come in peace. I know I'm wearing a Mets shirt, but I come in peace.
We come in peace. We love y'all, man. We love y'all. Bo Bichette in Philly would be. I think that's where he's gonna end up right now.
Yeah, we spoke about it earlier tonight. Imagine that as a Phillies fan, a lineup with Bo Bichette, Harper, Trey Turner. You brought back Kyle Schwarber. That'll be fun to watch.
That lineup would be no joke, though.
Mm-hmm.
They got to figure out the cat. What? All right, since you're a Philly fan, let me ask you a question. What are we doing with JT Realmuto, and what are you doing with that starting rotation? I gotta know.
Right.
Nah, man, you gotta be cool, man. You gotta be cool. Everybody gotta get a little love. Gotta get a little love. Everybody gotta get a turn to get theirs off. I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised JT Realmuto didn't sign somewhere yet.
By now?
Yeah, just because
of how.
Right.
Armand said, OnlyFans is Zion's his craft besides Kraft mac and cheese. Yo, Armand, I had to read that twice, bro. I'm like, what the hell am I reading? You guys are funny, man. What's wrong with the Phillies rotation? Ranger Suarez. He's a free agent. That's what's wrong with their
There's no
rotation.
Ranger Suarez. Zach Wheeler, we don't know how healthy he's gonna be. What's his name? Fell off a cliff once he signed his deal.
Arenola.
He's not the same. What's wrong with the
Jesus
Phillies rotation?
Luzardo was also bad in the second half
Yeah,
too.
no, we got some injury questions if you're a Philly fan right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the Phillies more than the Mets. It's only because I grew up and I saw Rollins and Howard Loki, my favorite NL team. Not those Philly teams were something else, man. With Rollins and Utley and
Howard. They had Carlos Ruiz, Jason Worth in the outfield, Shane Victorino, and of course, you know my guy. Even though they didn't win it with him, but the doctor himself, Mr. Roy Halladay. By the way, what's the Phillies fan's name? What's his name? Who is it? What's their name again? Who's the Philly fan that just came in here?
Andrew
Tate? Andrew, right? And so I got a Roy Halladay shirt. I don't wear it often. I don't know when was the last time I wore it actually, but some of you guys may have seen it before. But that's a shirt that I would like to wear now that we got a Philly fan here. I want to get your thoughts on that tee. Does it bring back any memories for you too?
By JT, Bo Bichette is the better player right now. So you're ready to let go of JT Realmuto.
Here's what I'll ask you though, Andrew. Are you afraid that if they don't bring back Realmuto, the rotation won't be able to perform as good as they did this past season?
That's a good point.
Or are you not worried? Do you think the rotation is going to be good no matter who's behind the plate?
Yeah. And do you like the Philly bullpen? Because I still think there's some question marks in the bullpen.
Oh, Tony with a hate maker.
If they let go of JT, that rotation is done for. Damn.
That's why I mentioned that question.
Yeah, who's catching for the Phillies? That's yeah. Razor with the interesting question. Who's catching for you guys then?
Yeah. Stephen mentioned this. I saw that. Yeah. Stephen mentioned that like over a month ago. Especially since the Orioles, for those who don't know, they actually gave an extension to a catcher, right? I forgot what's the kid's name? Does anybody remember his name? They gave a contract extension to
Samuel Basallos. Yes.
There you go. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of makes something like this possibly become true now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel Basallos. Yes. Thank you, Rick. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, because the rotation is that good. Wow.
Oh. Woo. Damn. So it's Tony and Andrew right now. A little disagreement there. Andrew's like, nah, my guys are good, bro. Don't matter who's back there.
I like the confidence. I like this. If they sign Bo, Bone could be traded for a cat. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Philly's rotation is better than the Met rotation right now. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
The Mets need an ace to put at the top of the rotation, which leads me back to the point before we get on out of here. I don't think giving Kyle Tucker all that much money makes sense, especially when you have I think he signs with the Phillies.
The Phillies?
Mm-hmm. I think depending on what happens with Kyle Tucker, I'll throw the Phillies in the mix and I'll put the Dodgers in there for Bo.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll say Phillies too. I'll say Phillies.
Trade for Jose Trevino. That's funny. That's funny.
Oh, Tony. Look at Tony. He's the guy who really keeps up with his stuff. He said even 3 years from now. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. To our bullpen is sneaky good with the rotation. Yeah, I like that. I like that little signing you guys made the other day when you picked up your man's Ryan Stanek, St. Louis native, going over there. Romero's still in your bullpen. You got. I like that. I don't hate it. The Nationals. Why would he go to the Nationals? Nationals are gonna give him the money.
Nah.
I can see John Henry going and overreacting, giving 10 years. Bo's not getting 350 is crazy, bro.
Nah, man.
Brian, they continue to show interest in acquire. Yeah, I heard the same thing earlier today. Yep. Mm-hmm. See, the Padres are interesting though because you want to trade Nick Pivetta, but you want to sign a pitcher or trade for a pitcher with 1 year control. That doesn't make much sense to me. Nats have money, but they're in the you're in the rebuild, bro. I don't know if I'm him. I don't want to go there. I just came off of going to Game 7 of the World Series. I'm trying to stay competitive.
I feel like the Nationals were in a rebuild and they're about to start another one without even seeing what this one could do for them, because I've said this to you before, Stefan. They're getting rid of guys who I thought was going to be a part of their future, and it seems like the only one that they really have interest in is James Wood. Everybody else could leave. That's what it seems like.
Yo, this chat is going super fast. Y'all got to give us a second, man. You guys are on it tonight, boy.
I think we pretty much have gotten into everything at this point.
Yeah, man. But listen, this was a great show. Thank you to the people that subscribed, to the people that tapped in. We see y'all. If there's any news that comes up in the next, couple days or this weekend, we'll be right back here with y'all. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. That's the entrance fee. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We on the road to 300. Please do that. He subscribed. Thank you.
Shout out to Tony. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. We see you, man. The Mets need a closer. What he said? Mets need a closer. Nobody.
I think the Mets have their closer.
Devin Williams is going to close for them.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, how that turns out for them is a different question, but I think they have their guy.
I don't know if the Giants want to do that financially, though, Razor. Because then that means you got to pay Willie Adames and Bo Bichette boatloads of money. I don't know if you're Buster only, and you're paying Devers contract too.
Yeah, that's and they ponied up some money to keep Chapman there too, Matt Chapman.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. Yeah, that's a lot of money between those just for that infield alone. Nah, yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yo, thank y'all, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in. We'll see y'all soon. Do us a favor. Tell somebody about the show. Spread the word. Send a video to somebody. There's shorts that'll be out tomorrow. There's content. We put polls up. The show is pretty active, so we'll see you guys for the next live show. But we'll still be active in the meantime and between time. And y'all have a great night. Peace.